baseball truth. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free, both mentally and physically. Welcome to this week's episode. This week's episode is brought to you by Baseballism. Go to baseballism.com. Check out their hats. Check out their gear. It's the best gear on the market. They're doing big things, so check them out at baseballism.com. I got a confession. Yep, this week's episode is a confession from me. A confession that basically what I speak about all the time and how to clear things up. I speak a lot on how hard hitting is. I speak a lot on the reaction time and how basically impossible it seems to be really good at the plate, and how hard it is to be really good as a hitter. I think I talk about just the reaction time in general of how unbelievable it is and how unfathomable it is to actually be successful at it. And the reason why I talk about that is because of the culture and the generation that we live in these days of showcase this and entitlement that and travel all over the place and hear and get instruction and all this stuff that goes on these days. I talk about that with the purpose of having realistic expectations, because there's such unrealistic expectations out there these days as far as results when it comes to hitting. People think that they go do a couple hitting lessons with Troy or whatever, and they think that they're going to go 4 for 4 every game. It's just not realistic on how hitting works. So I speak about that a lot just to set realistic expectations of what it takes to be a quality hitter. So here's the confession though. As a hitter, we cannot step in the box with any negative thoughts whatsoever. We can't think, oh, this pitcher's so good, or hitting is just so hard, and you create this mindset of negativity and you're already defeated. You can't think that at all. Our mindset stepping in the box has to be quite opposite. I don't care where you're from. I don't care how hard you throw. I don't care where you're committed to go to school. I don't care what people said about you. I'm better than you, and I'm stepping in the box to beat you. That's the attitude we got to have. And if our attitude has any negativity whatsoever, any negative thoughts, if we're thinking about what we're not going to do at the plate, we're already beat, and we have no chance to compete. The culture these days is so negative that people don't even understand it. I was talking to a kid just the other day, and I said, I've seen you basically a million times all over the country, and you is this. You go back to the dugout thinking, what's wrong with me? You're thinking, what do you got to change to be successful? You're thinking, what did I do wrong in that at bat? You're thinking, why did I roll over? Why did I strike out? Why did I pop up? What's wrong with me? Coach, can you help fix me? Hey, Mom, Dad, did you see anything wrong with my swing? Can I see the video in between innings? The culture these days is kids go back to the dugout thinking all the time, what's wrong with me? And this isn't everybody, but this is a lot of the culture these days. And what it does is it creates negativity in your mind. I never once, ever once, growing up hitting from basically T-ball all the way through college pro ball, thought about what was wrong with me in a game. If I got out, and this is most people too that I played with and know of, and the best hitters that I know, if we got out, let's say, I went back to the dugout saying, get me up again. I just missed that pitch, and if he throws me that weak pitch again, I'm smashing it. Those are the attitude, those are the thoughts that we must have as a hitter. And the culture that we generate right now with basically the expectations being unrealistic, and everything has to be perfect. It's just unrealistic to think about that. But that's the attitude and that's the thought that you got to have in order to be successful at the plate. You can't go back to the dugout thinking, what did I do wrong? And what's wrong with me? And can I fix this? And can I fix that? No, it's a competition. Once you step between the lines, you're competing against that pitcher. And if he gets you out the first time, you're going to compete even harder the second time. And if he gets you out 2-3 times in a row, you're still stepping in the box like you're the best hitter on the planet. Period. End of statement. That's the attitude you got to have. So the confession is real. The confession is, yes, hitting is super hard. Yes, it seems almost impossible to be really good at it. Yes, the reaction time is unthinkable. It's unimaginable. But as a hitter, we can't think of any of that. We need to step into the box. We need to step to the plate with the attitude of, I'm better than you and I'm smashing. And if something doesn't go our way, if we don't get a hit or if we don't have success at the plate, we got to think about our next AB, and we got to be even more confident in that AB. So be realistic with your expectations, but don't fear anybody at the plate. Don't fear what's going to happen if you mess up. Get in there with the attitude of, I'm smashing, and if you don't, step in there next time with the attitude of, I'm the best hitter on the planet and you can't get me out. And do it always. God bless.